All right, guys, I'm here on this job. This is a Ford 4.6 liter. This customer's already got into it. As you can see, that fuel rail's off. He broke a bolt off in the manifold. That's why we're replacing this manifold today. He initially had a cylinder 4 misfire and the job just kind of went wrong. I guess I don't know why he took off that fuel rail, but job went south and he called me out here to save the day. So we got a new intake manifold. Now this is the 3 valve. I believe the 2 valve looks completely different. I may have that mixed up, but anyway, confirm before you buy the manifold which one you have. But anyway, we're going to take all this apart. First stuff to come off: air box, throttle body, obviously all this stuff, all the connectors to the injectors, etc. Coil packs are going to come out, I believe. All this stuff, these hoses on the back, and we'll pull this intake off. Guys, we got some of this stuff off: air box, alternator, serpentine belt, couple little hoses, got all the clips off the injectors and the coil packs. Now you're gonna want to take note of where your vacuum lines are on the back of this intake here, because you're gonna leave all this in the truck and just pull all the connectors off. Obviously the bolts for the fuel rails on either side, and I'm not sure, do we have to pull the coil packs? I think you pull the coil packs, yeah. Coolant hoses, obviously, and we'll keep going on this thing. All right, guys, everything should be off. We're waiting. We're gonna leave this. We took out the 2 bolts that connect this to the intake, this EGR thing, because this nut right here is very stuck. So we're gonna leave it so we don't strip that, and see if we can just pull it out of this, as you know, and keep this part in the truck. Anyways, coil packs are out. We're gonna get these 10mm bolts that go around the intake, see if this thing will come on out of here. All right, guys, we just got this intake off. I had to pull that with the ratchet strap, just hold it all the way back so I could pull the intake kind of this way to the left. Got it off. Needs some serious cleaning. Of course, coolant filled the spark plug hole right there. Got to suck all that out, clean all that out, clean all this. This is going to be spotless by the time I put the new one in. Here's a new one, Amazon. It was only $125 now. That is a questionable purchase, you know, with that price. We got to make sure the injectors are seated and take care of all that, because some of the injectors stayed on the old manifold. So this truck's really a crap show. I mean, a lot going on here that I got to fix. Some of the coil packs got stuck, as you can tell right there. I mean, this truck needs a lot of love before I even think about putting the new manifold back in here. So let's do all that prep right now. Guys, first things first, you got to stuff a rag down all these intake ports, down the coolant passageways, spark plug holes, so that we can clean this without getting crap where it's not supposed to be. So this is definitely going to take a little bit extra time and care, and you got to do it right though. All right, a little trick with these injectors: when you pull, if any of them stayed in the manifold, the old manifold, you pull them out by hand. You take these injectors, make sure they have the O-ring on top and it didn't stay behind in the fuel rail. Just take a little saliva on your hand, a little spit, and lubricate that O-ring, and it just bottoms out. You push it in, and these bolt holes will hold down those injectors nice and tight in the manifold. So there you go, guys. Keep going, check your box, see what gaskets they give you, if they give you a new thermostat, etc. Get this new intake prepped to go in the truck. I'm sorry, guys, I forgot to pick up the video camera for a while here, but anyways, we got the intake in. You run these 10mm bolts all the way around the intake evenly, not too tight. I don't even know the torque spec. I've just been doing a lot of these, so not too tight, don't want to break any of the bolts. Anyway, put this coolant neck back on. We're doing the coil packs right now. The fuel rails are not tightened down to the coil packs first, but we do have the injectors all seated. Again, a little bit of saliva on the bottom O-ring that goes into the manifold. Yeah, and then we're gonna keep putting these coil packs on, tighten them down, plug everything in. What else? This EGR and the vacuum hoses in the back have to go, and then we'll button this thing up. Alright, guys, now that you got it all back together, double check every wiring, everything's clipped in, everything. Alternator, make sure the belt's on track, fill your radiator up to the top, and fill your reservoir up to the top with coolant. And just make sure everything looks good. Once again, I'm going to hook my scanner up to it and give this thing a first start. All right, guys, here's the first start on this thing. It's running pretty good. I had one code for cylinder 8 injector open. I went back there and clipped that pigtail on, and it did clip, so it wasn't clipped on all the way. Now we're good. It's running real smooth. I'm gonna go on a test drive, clean up my tools, go on a test drive. So anyways, if you guys are following along, that's it for this one. Not too bad.